I think it's very cliche to like come on these volunteer trips and be like, oh, it changed me, but it definitely gives you a different outlook, and I'm gonna go back looking through different eyes 100%.
I love to travel, and then when EDventure approached the school and said there was more than just traveling, you get more out of it, it kind of just made me want to come even more.
It's easy to say like, oh, it's so beautiful, it's a really beautiful country, but it's the people for me.
Everybody is both more laid back and a lot more friendly. When you're riding on a tuk-tuk down the backcountry roads, you can wave at anyone, and I promise you they will wave back.
Teaching the kids there's something. It makes you realize like, oh, this is why I'm here.
This older girl came up and handed me a book, and I thought it was for me to read to her, but she started reading to me, and after a couple days working, she's really getting the hang of it. I think that's really awesome to have her learning how to read while we're there teaching.
That moment when you are trying to explain something to them or teach them something and it clicks and they get it, there's no other feeling like that.
Just seeing how happy the kids are to see us come here, it's a wonderful experience knowing that the kids actually want to learn and they're passionate about learning as much as we are about teaching. Building the school is also incredible. As you can see, it's coming along greatly. Everyone's getting in, going full force, and hopefully by the end of the week we'll have the roof up and the walls up so we can start having the children in there and they can start learning, because right now the schools are just happening underneath the houses. And it'll be better if they could actually have a school to go learning because they're super passionate.
We're changing these kids' lives, and like us building this school, I think that's my favorite thing, is actually building the school, because for how many years after that people are using it, like I helped to build something that people are using to better their lives, and that's just an amazing feeling.
Was this amazing structure that we'd all been part of, and I don't know, I've just never been part of anything like that before.
Desert sunrise, 6:21, rising just like fate. Baby, you know this is never the end if you trust the world.
The global leadership is probably one of my favorite parts of the entire thing. It just gives a whole other dynamic to the experience of being here and the experience of doing service. So I really love that part.
A really good way to get to know new people. We were all strangers to each other, so we all just got to sit down and share our opinions, and it really gave you a really good chance to get to know everybody. I really like the cultural leadership, because leadership is different in different places. I think it's really good to realize that some techniques that you may use back in the States will not work here, and vice versa.
Infinite destination, any life you can have.
I'm so happy that I went on this trip through EDventure and not just like by myself, because it's really hard to like come here and have that all-encompassing experience of like learning a little bit about the language, like knowing about the history of Cambodia, and also just like all of these other things that if you were just a regular traveler, you probably wouldn't have known to check out these different sites or to learn this or to learn that.
I'm definitely gonna have to do a lot of adapting when I get home because everybody here is so friendly and things are so different here.
I don't need my phone. I haven't used my phone for 3 weeks. That's something that back home I was just always on. And now I'm like, I don't need this. I'm connected with people genuinely.
It's really like broadened my mind to see how other people live more and understand that there's more than the United States and city-urban life.
Definitely when I go back to the States, I'll have a lot less selfish thoughts and I'll have more of a motivation to learn because I can see how much the kids want to learn just basic English, and that really inspires me to go back and want to learn.
Infinite destination, you're every dream I ever had. We're just pilgrims dancing unstuck in time.
It's just crazy to think that we live such a small life when there's so much more out there that we just never even get to experience.
Each day is so full of those little special moments, whether it be conversation with a local or with another participant, trying something new or different like going and finding a waterfall or eating a cricket, something that a child does or says, or singing with them, which is constant. I feel like every day is full of experiences like that make this project so unforgettable and so important.